Hey guys, sorry, it's been a while since I uploaded another informative tip on YouTube, so I'm going to do one right now. I wanted to talk about the IELTS cue card, and this is going to be probably one of the last videos on IELTS, and then we'll talk about CELPIP a little bit more to give you guys some more input on how to do a good CELPIP writing slash speaking. But to begin with IELTS cue card, you're usually given 3 or 4 questions. First thing is, a lot of people ask, do we have to answer all the questions? I would say yes, because I've met 2 or 3 IELTS speaking examiners. They all have different things to say. Like one person says, focus on the last question the most, because that's more descriptive. The other says, focus on all the questions, while the third one says, don't focus on anything. Just make sure you address the overall idea, right? So it's confusing, but I think it would make most sense to answer everything, and I think that would be risk-free as well. So best to answer everything. Now, when you are answering everything in the cue card, make sure to use connectors between you jump when you jump between the different types of questions. For example, let's say you start with the first question, you're answering that. When you go to the second question, you can say moving on to, right? So you can use a connector like moving on to this, and then the second question, just continue speaking on that. Then when you go to the next part, you can say furthermore. That is with your third question, you're saying furthermore before you start. And in this part, you could use a lot of things like furthermore, likewise, moreover. There are tons of connectors you could use. And then you would have the last question, which would be the final one. So you can say finally, okay? So the connectors help when you're navigating between the questions. They also give you thinking time. So this helps you to think while saying a connector as to what your next sentence or statement is going to be. Okay, now when you start the cue card, you want to come up with something unique. For example, a lot of people, I would say 90% students easily would say, today I would like to talk about. Right, so since 90% students say this, you should not say this. You should say something more different and something that has some good vocab. For example, let's say the question is about talk about your favorite vacation. You could say, there are several vacations I have been on. However, the one I would address today is the one, whatever. Okay, so there are several of whatever. However, one of them I'm going to talk about is this one. This format you could use every single time you start a speaking cue card. Okay, so let's say the cue card is about talk about a historical monument. You can say, there are several historical monuments I have visited. However, the one I would pick today is this. Okay, you see how this can be applied in a number of places, and at the same time it's different than just you saying today I would like to talk about. Okay, don't say that. Everybody says it. Don't say stuff that everybody says in speaking and in writing as well. Alright, so once you do this whole cue card, you finish up with overall. Overall is a great word to use. It can fit every time. Please don't say to conclude or in conclusion, because they sound so made up. They sound like you're doing a template and you're not natural. But overall fits very easily, because let's say you're talking about a vacation. You explain all the content about the vacation. At the end, you simply say, overall, it was a great vacation, and I'm really proud of it, right? So you can put overall and conclude an idea very nicely as a final concluding sentence. For the cue card itself, make sure to answer every question with 1 or 2 sentences. That's usually enough. The last question, though, is more descriptive. That's why one of our examiners said that, focus more on the last question. But you can answer with each question, you can easily do 2 points, and that will easily take you to 2 minutes. If you speak more after 2 minutes, it's not a problem, because a lot of students ask me this. The examiner stops you and you're still speaking, not a problem, as long as you have managed to answer the main idea of the question. Okay, because of course you don't have the time in the exam, so it's okay, you don't know when to stop. Let the examiner stop you as long as you have answered the main idea of the question. If you haven't, and the examiner has stopped you, it means you never got to the main idea of the question, and you will lose marks. So make sure you cover the main idea of the question, aka answer all the questions there within 2 minutes, and then if you have more time, if you want to talk more, you can talk about other stuff. But make sure to answer the main content of the question first. What if you finish early, not a problem either. If you finish early, it's okay as long as it's not too early. So a good limit is between 1 minute 30 seconds to 2 minutes. If you stop during this time, it's well enough. Nobody's gonna complain. Okay, but most people say, most examiners say, it's good if you keep talking. So that's the better idea. However, if you do stop early, don't stop earlier than 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, so those are some things to keep in mind. There are lots of good cue card samples and questions on IELTSmentor.com. So it's IELTS-mentor.com. I would recommend that website. It's a great one. And of course, with us as well, we provide lots of cue card material, speaking tips from the recent exams, and training as well. If you guys would like some more tips and advice, you can always contact us at info@HZadeducation.com, or you could subscribe to our channel here, or visit our website at www.HZadeducation.com. Link is going to be in the description, so stay tuned for more tips and more training. Talk to you guys soon, and have a great day.